Yo, what's happening? This is Apex 3900. You're now tuned in to the Apex 3900 program. I'm your host, Apex. And today, as you see in the title of the live stream, the Lexicon. These will be the terms and phrases that I will be using going forward. And I'm making it official by putting the stream up so no one else can come back around and say, well, I was using that. I was using that. No, you wasn't, nigga. Because as of March 9th, 2022, seeing right now Pacific Ocean time is 0900. Uh, I hit it first, and this is kind of impromptu. I know I should have put out a little something else to get you guys, to let you guys know that I was going live, but this is kind of just something quick and dirty, you know. But also just a few channel things. Check the description box. I do have my email in the description box. That is Apex 3900 spelled HUNNIT. So that is Apex, the number three, the number nine, HUNNIT at gmail.com. And also, I got my Cash App in the description box. It's $ run me that 3900. That's RUNMETHAT 3900. Now that we got that out the way, hold on real quick while I sip my coffee. Ah, the lexicon. What do I mean by the lexicon? And why I'm making an official declaration of my lexicon and the definitions of said terms, right? I'm just going to go straight from the top. African booty scratcher. Now, I made a video just recently talking about the African booty scratcher. And, I threw it around in the chat and I've seen some brothers kind of get offended, like, nah, don't use that. You shouldn't use that. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because there are a segment of peoples who are from Africa and South America and the Caribbean who come over here and they are adversarial to the great American Negro. This is this isn't up for debate. You know what I mean? Like, even though there is a segment of population who do come from these places, who do come over here and they do fuck with us the long way. I'm not denying that, but you cannot deny that there's a segment from these populations that are indeed adversarial towards us, you know? And this is made true just by for the simple word akata, right? Akata. I wonder what came first, Akata or African booty scratcher? I wonder what came first. That's interesting because I would venture to say this is just speculative, but I think the term Akata came first. I think that term probably been around since the 60s. And I don't think African booty scratcher came onto the scene since maybe the late 70s or so. Cause we were saying that shit back in the late 80s when I was in elementary school, early 90s, back when I was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know of any time that it might have been said before then. But anyway, so when you have a certain populace who comes from these different countries and who comes over here and undermines the great American Negro, who has set themselves up as opposition to the great American Negro, and you have these what do you call it, second generation, like their parents came over here but they were born and raised over here, so they pick up the way we talk, the way we operate, our swag and all the other good stuff. They pick that stuff up, right? But then they kind of pervert it. You know what I'm saying? They kind of play blackface and blackface. You know what I'm saying? They're like a caricature of us. You know what I mean? And they make a bad representation of us. And then you find out, wait a minute, that person's an immigrant. That person isn't one of us. You know what I mean? Because it's this one particular, I forgot the name of the show. SWP, he does reviews on this shit all the time. And it's this dark skinned chick with long yaki in her hair. And she is just as ratchet as she wants to be. And she just promotes all kind of just deleterious ratchet mindset. And then, oh, come to find out, oh, she's an immigrant. Oh, wow. So you come over here and you promote you so you hop your funky ass, your African booty scratching ass onto the goddamn internet and you promote and propagate this bullshit to our women. But then when you take your ass over to Njoku, you back home cooking him fufu. And you ain't on none of that type of ratchet shit with him, with with Njoku. Oh no. But you want to sit up here and tell our women to act just as belligerent as ratchet as they want to be. Fuck you, you African. That is an African booty scratcher. And that term is applicable to not only Africans, but like I said, Central and South Americans and Caribbeans. Now let me make a quick disclaimer here. I myself, I am half immigrant. I've said this shit ad nauseum. My father is from George Tone, Guyana, in South America. And I rep the shit hard. I got it tattooed on me. My mother is from Arkansas. So I'm just as much of a great American Negro as I am a Caribbean. And I do understand that there's bullshit on both sides because I've seen the bullshit on both sides close up. You understand? So, but with that said, there needs to be a mutual respect. You know what I mean? And even if you don't like the other side, regardless of which side you come down on, whether you're a great American Negro or whether you're an immigrant, just stay out of the other side's way. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like the motherfuckers, don't be a snare. You know what I'm saying? Because many of you brothers know if you've ever worked in corporate America, excuse me real quick, and you worked in a workplace and it's like a lot of Africans, let them all be countrymen. Lord help you if you work at a place with a whole bunch of Nigerians. Lord help you if you work at a place with a whole bunch of Somalians. It's like 10, 12 of them. You know what I'm saying? Tanzania, you name it. I mean, just fucking pick an African country. Just pick one from the west to the east, from central to south. Just pick one. Guaranteed, if you work at that workplace as a great American Negro and it's a gang of them, oh, they gonna give you hell. They gonna give you hell from the time you clock in until the time you clock out, more often than not. Now, if it's only like a couple of them, or if it's only one or two of them, they'll be cool. They'll be cool. But I've been friends with plenty of Africans over the years. Went to high school with the Nigerian brother, and I believe he's real life royalty, if I'm not mistaken. Like some of me and the guys, we went over to his parents' house back in high school. Exclusive, exclusive neighborhood. I'm talking about you walk in, you look up, it's a fucking 30-foot ceiling with a spiral staircase type of shit, marble floors type of shit. You know what I mean? Like 7, 8 bedroom house type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that brother was cool. He ain't never get in my way, even back in high school. He was more so white identified. I mean, because we were in the suburbs and he grew up in the suburbs and I only moved out there in the 6th grade and shit. So, but that was cool with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this as if I hate Africans or I can't hate Caribbeans because I'm half Caribbean. But I don't hate these other demographics who come from other places. I don't. I'm just calling it out. Just like how we just how the term strag, right, is used to identify a particular characteristics that a female exhibits. In the same manner, this term African booty scratcher is a term that I'm going to start using to how you say identify certain characteristics in those demographics. You know what I'm saying? So for my African brothers who are really cool and who really down, really down for the crown and shit, don't take it personal. You know some of your peoples is on bullshit. You know it. I could sit up here and give you some anecdotes about my experiences in particular with this one job that I had back in 2013 dealing with some Nigerians. And boy, let me tell you, I was so upset. I was so upset because this one in particular dude, he got me fired. I was so upset. I looked this dude up on Facebook, right? You know how you can triangulate the picture with Google Images and shit? I found out what apartment complex he was living in. He was living in this apartment complex out south, down by Ruskin in Kansas City. I was going to go to his apartment complex and put a bullet in his fucking head. I shit you not. I was that upset, bro. Cause beforehand, I was down bad, like unemployed. And then I finally got this job, cause it was at this particular mental health hospital. And the nurse who ran it used to work with my mother because my mother is a retired nurse now. So my mother pulled strings to get me on. And also my auntie, who was a nurse, worked there as well. So when they said I had the job, I still had to wait an additional month to come in and wait for the training classes to open up. So I was really excited. I was really super pumped, super charged. Now I got stable employment so I can at least try to get back on my feet. And I get in and this motherfucker like did me in. Because when I got hired, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna spare you the details, but when I got hired, I got hired with this other gentleman from Nigeria. He was also from Nigeria as well, but they hired him part time because he couldn't speak the language that well. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't speak English that well. Them motherfuckers walking around there all day, walking around the quads and shit, walking around the quads, speaking Igbo all day. It's like I don't mind you motherfuckers speaking in your tongue. You got it. Speak that shit. But if you want to improve your English that will better help you with employment here, maybe you should hold back on the Igbo and speak a little bit more English. I don't That's just a thought. I don't know, just a thought. But what do I know? I'm just a Damakata, right? I'm just a Nakata. But I'm glad the most high kept me from doing that there to that gentleman. And what was funny was his sons ended up graduating high school and they ended up going to the college that I was going to because his sons play soccer. And the particular community college is like four branches of this community college around the city. This particular one had the soccer team. Like one had the basketball team, we had the soccer team, the other one had the baseball team, like junior colleges and shit. But anyway, moving forward. But yeah, what that gentleman did to me at the job, that was some African booty scratcher shit. If you Africans mob up on these jobs and you exercise tribalism against a great American Negro, you and your fucking cohorts are African booty scratchers. So yes. And for you African females who come over here and promote that ratchet shit to our females, but you wouldn't do that shit, but you wouldn't go back to your own man with that bullshit. You, ma'am, yes, you are an African booty scratcher. Oh yeah. Moving on. I've already spoken on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and speak on it again. Pookie. Pookie. I'm going to try to move away from the term Pookie. I still will use it because it's a common uh nomenclature in this space. So just for the sake of people knowing what I mean when I say Pookie, or when I'm talking about a particular peoples or whatever. But I'm gonna move away from using the term pookie and just ref- call them by their proper name, which is loser. As Socrates would say, the beginning of wisdom is calling things by their proper name. Pookie. If you identify as a pookie, sir, you are a loser. You are a loser. Okay. Moving on. Refined gangster. A refined gangster is, how can I put this? Someone who does have some edge to him, but also it's like a Tupac in a suit, basically. You know, they have it in them to be that aggressive A type personality motherfucker, but at the same time, they're not a knuckle dragging buffoon. They have some class about them. They have some grace about them, kind of like Ghost off of Power. If uh, if that makes any sense. The next term is beta. I'm gonna get away from using that term beta because, to be honest with you, a lot of these guys who people call betas, they don't even deserve the term beta. Beta is too good for them because to call someone a beta would denote that they are just one step beneath the alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers act like the betas are just weak. Like, nah. Just because you're one step beneath the alpha doesn't mean that you're completely inept. You know what I'm saying? A beta will kill you. A beta will do that there to you if need be. But a lot of these gentlemen whom we put that beta label on, they don't deserve the term beta. So I'm going to call them fox trots. Oh yeah, fox trots. In the military lexicon, you have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot. You motherfuckers are several levels below the Alpha. You're not just one level, you're several levels below. So if you are just a complete sweaty video game playing nerd that don't pick up weights and stays inside and just drink bang energy drinks and play Call of Duty all fuck or play um, Fortnite all day and shit and want to complain about who the women are fucking and why the women ain't fucking you, but you ain't doing shit to improve your station in life, you, sir, are a foxtrot. Oh, yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And to be honest with you, the whole spectrum of male personality types inhabit this space from Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, all the way down to Foxtrot. And I had to take some time to notice this shit. Cause I mean, it's easy to get in these chats and kind of get down with the mob mentality. And then you hear these Foxtrot ass niggas in in these chats, and then you hear them on the panel, and you kind of want to feel sorry for them, you know, about when they start levying their complaints about women, and then you kind of listen to them, and then you find out, oh nigga, you's a foxtrot ass nigga. You're just really a loser that can't fucking pull women because you refuse to do any self improvement. Shout out to C Bussy. Oh shit. But yeah, moving on. Last but definitely not least, matter of fact, it really should have been first. But the term alpha, the term alpha, yes. I'm gonna try to get away from that because just like the term beta, that shit has been saturated, you know? And I'm going to go to the term and use the term apex. Now, the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of apex, the top or highest part of something, especially forming a point. The living room extends right up into the apex of the roof. Second definition, or using it as a verb, reach a high point or climax. Okay. So when you're talking about the apex, there's nothing above the apex. Nothing. You understand? So yeah, I'm gonna get away from that alpha shit. And just if you an apex ass nigga, you just an apex ass nigga. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I said this was gonna be short. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. This is Apex 3900, man. Thick Gizzle, man. Get up on that.